As you come to the front of your mat, start here in mountain pose. Eyes looking forward, shoulders relaxed, palms turned out. Feet shoulder width apart. Begin to breathe deeper. Chest expanding and collapsing. And begin to reach the fingertips up. And exhale, palms back to your heart center. As we repeat this, let the eyes follow the fingertips. And begin to breathe deeper. Inhale this time. Exhale, fall forward. Let the chest meet the thighs. Reach the fingertips back out to the side as you return to mountain. Inhale again. Exhale, let the chest fall forward. Fingertips on the ground as you look forward, flat back. Exhale, chest closer to the thighs. And again, inhale, flat back, looking forward. Exhaling, returning, fingertips out to the side. And returning to mountain. One more breath here. Inhaling, reaching up. Exhaling, fall forward. Lengthen through the spine, flat back. And then come into child's pose. Sit onto your heels for just a moment. And then inhale, all four, tabletop. Lengthen your opposite leg to opposite arm. Drawing the navel in, thinking of putting space between each vertebra. How can you lengthen a little further, reaching the toes in one direction and arm in the opposite. Begin to bring the opposite elbow to knee, drawing inward as you exhale, inhaling, exhaling, lengthening, inhaling and exhaling, continuing to reach further and extending. Draw the navel in. Exhale, child's pose for a breath. As you inhale again, return to tabletop. This time, opposite leg draws back to opposite arm, reaching towards the front of the room. Continue to reach in opposition, drawing the navel in, extending and reaching. As you reach the opposite elbow to knee this time, let the eyes follow as you exhale and reach towards fingertips to the wall, toes towards the back wall, and repeating a few more breaths. Exhaling, drawing in, inhaling and lengthening. One more breath here. Pulling the navel in as you draw the knee down. This time, lift the hips up and come into a downward facing dog. You should be able to shake your head no and yes here. Neck is neutral and begin to draw one heel into the ground and then the other. Let your eyes look towards your kneecaps. As you look forward, begin to slowly walk your heels up to meet your hands, taking opposite hand to elbow, and drawing the forearms down into ragdoll pose. As you lift the chest, set the hips back into chair pose, arms reaching, continuing to build heat here, energy drawing through the heels, chest lifted, heart lifted, arms reaching. Few more breaths here. Inhale, lifting the arms up to the ceiling and exhaling, drawing forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fall forward and step the feet back into plank. Slowly lower the body to chaturanga. Inhale, lift the heart center to up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. As you walk or step the feet to the hands, chair pose. Continuing to lengthen, inhaling, reaching the arms upward, exhaling, falling forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, lengthen, and step or jump to plank. Lower to chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And then step or jump the feet to chair. Inhaling again. Exhaling, falling forward. Inhaling, flat back. Exhaling, falling forward. Chaturanga. Lifting the heart, up dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Stepping out of our comfort zone here. As we come into a hover, drawing our belly tight, elbows hugging into our ribs, holding a few breaths here. Steady the breath. Steady the breath, and then draw from the navel up and sink the hips back, returning to down dog. Begin to lengthen one leg and then the other. Just stretching the hips. And then lifting the right leg to one-legged dog. Lifting the knee up, bringing the heel towards the opposite glute. Continue to draw the chest closer to the left thigh. And then repeating on the opposite leg, sinking into the right heel as we lift the left leg up, left heel drawing to the opposite glute, chest closer to the thigh. Sink into this heel. As you lengthen again, return to downward facing dog. Inhale to plank, lower to chaturanga, to hover and hold. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhaling, lifting your leg. And drawing the knee to the opposite elbow. Tiger pose, and then exhaling one-legged dog again. Exhaling, drawing the knee in towards the elbow. Exhaling, one-legged dog. This is a good shoulder and core exercise as well as balance. Exhaling again, one-legged dog. Chest closer to the thigh, sink into the heel. Exhaling, downward facing, one-legged dog. Good, one more time. As we repeat that same series as before, challenging ourselves to chaturanga on one leg. Hold here in the hover. Again, elbows drawing into our ribs, drawing the navel in. Lift the hips first as you exhale, downward facing dog. This time, opposite leg lifts, one-legged dog. Exhaling, drawing into the elbow, and then returning one-legged dog. And then again, repeating the same series. Elbow and knee. Exhale, one-legged dog. Again, knee and elbow. Exhale, one-legged dog. Inhaling, lifting up. Exhaling, and this time holding the leg as you come to chaturanga. Holding the one leg up if you wish. Up dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Stepping or jumping the feet to chair. And arms reach and lengthen. As we begin twisting chair, bringing our palms back to our center. Begin to twist the torso. Palms almost parallel to the ceiling. And then reach the one arm up to the ceiling and turn the opposite hand towards the ground. Straight line through fingertips, shoulders, to the fingertips on the ground. Draw the knees closer together. Sink the hips back. Return to chair. Inhaling, exhaling, forward fold. Lengthen flat back. Exhale, fall forward to chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stepping or jump the feet to the hands, chair pose. Breathe here. Begin twisting chair on the opposite side. Left elbow to right knee. Right arm reaches up. In turn, left arm to the ground. Continuing to reach that arm up. Left hip draws closer to the ground. Right hip draws closer to the ceiling. Twist and breathe. One more breath here. Return, palms to center. Chair, inhaling, exhaling, falling forward. Flat back. Exhale, chaturanga. Lower. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhaling, up dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. So as we challenge ourselves here, if you wish, adding an extra push-up in your chaturanga. Inhaling to plank, adding a push-up here, and then chaturanga, inhaling, lifting the heart center, exhaling, downward facing dog. That gives you an extra challenge if